I've been thinking about getting a new computer chair because when I actually sit in this one, I'm looking upwards. Like, it's not possible for me to actually be in the chair and look forward. I have to be like, I don't know, it's really weird and uncomfortable. I think I should get a different chair. I did try to get a different one time about maybe 6 months ago, and it ended up being a very uncomfortable chair in many ways. The cushioning on it was fine, but after I had used it for a short time, I put the entire chair together. And then after I put it together, I sat in the chair, and then the chair started making a clicking and squeaky sound every time I moved. And it was quite annoying. So what I did then is I took the chair apart, then I took it, I put it back in the box, and then after putting the box, I called up the site where I ordered it from and had it shipped back. Anytime I would move back or forward, the chair would make like a clunk sound, and it was annoying. So I had returned that, and I'm still using this chair now. But the problem is that I can't actually sit in this comfortably. Like, I want this part here to be able to come forward so that I can actually sit up straight, because if I actually lay back in it, it's like this. So, yeah, kind of annoying. I don't know if you know of any chairs that you'd recommend that would be comfortable for me to use. One that's got arms, maybe. Little arms that are adjustable or removable. I prefer to have ones that are adjustable like this, or I can just remove them. One that has where the back part can tilt forward so that I can sit up straight. And yeah, I actually have the arm off this one on the left side, because every time I turn, it would hit the table. It would go bang every time. So I actually didn't even know what I was going to talk about in this video, really. I just turned the camera on, and then I just started talking, and I didn't really have a topic in mind. So here I am rambling. This is going to be a new style of video, I guess, where I just talk about things, completely random things, at any given point in the day where I feel like talking about something. Like right now, for Ohio, it feels hot because it's 74 degrees out. May 3rd, which is actually hot for Ohio. It's usually most of the time. I think the average temperature for the whole year is like the high 40s. But in the winter, it's really cold. In the summer, it's like, it doesn't seem that hot to me. But I'm used to living in warmer weather. But today, it's a bit warmer out. And I did go for a quick jog. It wasn't that far because I haven't really been to the gym, because gyms and everything have been closed. And so I just went for a jog since it was warmer out. And then I came back. I made some food, and here I am talking about completely random things. And so yeah. But looking forward to the summer. Looking forward to it getting warmer. And that's about all at the moment. Not a whole lot else. Just drawing, really. I should probably pick a topic to talk about. Something, right? I'm just rambling on. Okay. I know something I can talk about. I can talk about the monitor that I have right now. It's setting on one of my subwoofer speakers, and it's a Logitech speaker, and the monitor is actually an Asus. I know people call it Asus, but it's actually pronounced Asus. So it's an Asus monitor. I've had that since 2011, I believe. So it's about 2010. Yeah, I've had it for 10 years now. And I've got two other monitors in there. I think they're 28-inch monitors. And I think the one that I have here is a 22-inch monitor. I just use this one for like when I'm streaming, or for as an extra monitor when I'm editing audio. But yeah, I'm surprised this monitor's lasted this long, because I took it with me one time, when I had moved to California. I actually got to scoot up a little bit. I took it with me when I moved to California, and I put it in a suitcase. And when I had it in the suitcase, it had got knocked around, thrown around a whole bunch, and I'm surprised that it's still working because two of my surround sound speakers aren't even working when I moved from California back to Ohio in 2012. And ever since then, two of my surround sound speakers have not worked. And I had to fit everything in a certain amount of luggage I could carry with me. I was allowed, I think it was only 2 suitcases at the time. I think it was 2 suitcases and a carry-on. I think. Pretty. No, I really have to think about it. Anyways, not that important. But anyways, I had 2 suitcases with the stuff, so I had to fit all of my clothes and everything in those 2 suitcases. And I also had to fit my computer, my monitor, my so it was all of my clothes that I had, my shoes, my surround sound speakers, my computer monitor, all the wires, some of the games I did have some. I used to play more computer games, but now I don't really do any gaming because I mostly just do drawing all day. Takes up a lot of my time, but I enjoy it. I think as I've gotten older, I haven't had as much interest in playing video games. I'm not sure why. I'll sit down and play a video game, and within maybe 5 minutes, I'm bored and I feel like doing something else, something that's more productive, to where I can get things done rather than just sitting there. Like I'm always thinking of stuff I could do, things I could work on, drawings I could make. Yeah, but this was in 2012, so I get everything. I moved back, and my luggage, when they were carrying it, I remember that this one suitcase I have is the silver one. It's like a grayish silver color. And when I opened it and I went to take a look at my stuff, I plugged everything in. The two surround sound speakers weren't working, and the monitor had a bunch of scratches on the sides. So I think when it was shipped during the flight, it wasn't really handled that great. And I know that I was near the weight limit that you could put on for the luggage in the plane, and so I took it all out. I set everything up, and then I had noticed that two of my speakers weren't making any sound at all, and I think I might still have them plugged in. I'm not sure. I'll have to look, but no sound comes out of them. They're plugged in, and I've had those since 2010 as well. They're both 10 years old, but I mostly use my headphones here. I think it's Plantronics Backbeat Pro 2 is the name of it, and these ones are pretty good, although this part here does wear out pretty quick. The little ear cuffs on them, but they got a pretty good sound. They are Bluetooth wireless, which is convenient because I connect it to my phone. I can listen to music, listen to podcasts or anything else while I'm cleaning or doing drawings, and then that, or I can connect it to my computer when I'm editing video, or when I'm just wanting to watch some videos of anything really. But yeah, it makes it convenient. But I don't really use my speakers that much, my surround sound system. I used to back in the day, like between 2010 to 2013, because that's when I did a lot more gaming. And now I don't really do any gaming. I haven't watched movies in a long time, so I never had much use for it. But the subwoofer that I actually use, I use it as a stand to prop up the whole monitor, so that it's not like really, really low. And it makes it more eye level, because before the monitor was like right now it's eye level, and without the subwoofer it's like down here. So now I'm like looking down and my neck starts hurting me and it's all cramped up. And then, so that's the same thing with the chair issue. Like this, it's not very comfortable. So, but one thing at a time. I mean, I'm not in no rush, though. I just kind of do that a little bit, but it's not too bad. It's way better than the chair I used to have. I had this computer chair from 2009. No, 2008. Yes, 2008 until 2019. So for 11 years, I had that computer chair. And that thing was completely falling apart. Like, all the mesh and the cushioning was falling off. The bottom part of the seat was completely flattened. And when I was sitting in it, I actually had to put a bunch of pillows on the bottom of the on the chair so that it was comfortable to sit in. The arm pieces were like wearing apart and falling apart. But that chair went through a lot. The wheels were about broke off of it as well. And it was 11 years before I finally decided to get myself a new computer chair. I tend to do that with anything I buy. Like, I'll have it for 10 years or more before I decide that, hey, I think I'm going to get another one to replace it. So, like, by that point, whatever I'm buying is so much more advanced that it's worth the money. Same with my phone. Like, I had the same phone for 5 years before I upgraded the one I have now. And I just use the same thing until the point where it to the point where it starts holding me back and being productive for whatever I'm doing. Like my DSLR, I'll probably have that, I don't know, another forever, unless I can't really think of how a DSLR would go out of like use unless technology just advances dramatically in 20 years. But I mean, they've advanced a lot in the past 20 years, but one you had 20 years ago can still be useful today. But you're going to have a lot more versatility with the newer one, although more expensive. But I guess if you had an older one, it might be a collective. I don't know. But yeah, like these here that are wearing apart and all those little meshes coming off, I can replace these, but I'm just going to wear them until this all completely falls apart, and then I'll replace them. So I don't have to spend as much trying to buy the little earmuff for them. What do you call these little cushions? Not earmuffs, the cushions. But yeah, if you ever buy these, do be aware that they seem to do that pretty quick. But pretty frugal with most things. I like to save money, and then when I have money saved, I buy things that are necessary or things that I really need or want that I find important. Like, I'm not gonna go out and just buy something I absolutely don't need. Most of the things I have, I've had for over 10 years or more. There was a point when I moved from, I think it was the last place I lived to here, to where I actually got rid of a bunch of stuff I just never used, I did not need. And I'm in the process of doing that right now. I'm getting rid of a bunch of boxes and things that I just don't use. Like, I have a bunch of boxes I got that I'm organizing stuff in, and then I have things separated in one room from the other. And the one room's things that I need and use, and the other room is stuff that I just never use or don't want, or things that nobody's even going to buy that I just want to get rid of. So yes, I'm doing some spring cleaning, I guess. But yeah, I think it's spring, right? Living in Ohio, I have no idea what season it is. I mean, it's summer, winter, spring, all on the same day. So you got to bring snow boots, an umbrella, sandals, and a raincoat, and sunscreen, all on the same day. That's Ohio. But yes, I'm going to actually going to make myself some food right now because I'm getting pretty hungry. and I'll think of some other topics to talk about. I'll try to make it related to art in some way. I mean, what I'm talking about, I guess it is, because the way I live, my art room and everything. But if I have any other stories I can think of, I'll go into more detail about them in the future, such as the different times I moved, different places I lived. And I think this is a good practice to get better at speaking, get better at storytelling, because I haven't really done a whole lot of it, especially like being in front of the camera, talking about stuff. I've done a lot of talking with a microphone, but not with me being recorded as much. So it gives me a little bit of practice with that. So I'm going to go ahead and work on some things, and let me know what you would like to know in the future, of any topics and stories you'd like to ask, or anything you want me to draw. Just go ahead and let me know about that, and I will get started on it. But now I'm going to go. I gotta stretch. I'm gonna go make myself some food and work on some things. But I'll see you later. You all have a good day. Later.